Welcome to your first look here at Racer X for Lucas Oil Pro Motocross in 2020. I'm Jason Weigandt. This is all brought to you by 60 Helmets, committed to the relentless pursuit of better brain protection. It is Southern California, and I'm still in shock how this works. There's an amateur day going on the track right now, and it is Nick Romano and Hunter Yoder and Jet Reynolds and Ryder DiFrancesco all in the same moto. Just in a random amateur day here at Fox Raceway at Pala. It's how it goes out here. We're just happy that we made it, because it has been a season of drama on and off the track, following the rumors, ever-changing storylines, what's going to happen week to week, and I'm really just talking about where are we going to hold these races. So many rumors of where this is going to go, from 7 Millvilles to no Redbuds to 9 Lorettas. In the end, 9 rounds did happen, and we only had one change. RIP to Washougal 2020, they'll be back next year. We had 2 Lorettas, and after that, the schedule actually stuck, which is a championship in its own. So goal 1 this year, have enough races for the people that make a living in these pits to actually get paid. And a little inside story, they found out that some contracts, riders needed to race 6 rounds for a championship bonus to be legit. Some needed 8, so they scheduled 9 to make sure they got 8 in. So whoever wins the titles tomorrow should get their championship bonus. That was goal number 1, make sure the riders get paid. Goal number 2 is whoever wins, make it feel like a real championship. And I do feel that even though we're only going 9 rounds instead of the normal 12, if Zach Osborne and Dylan Ferrandis win the titles, I don't think anyone at home, you can argue in the YouTube comments, is going to feel like it was a hollow championship or less than a normal championship. And as a little bonus of these series being shorter, let's be honest, both titles are still mathematically up for grabs. You have to go all the way back to really 2015 to find a legit 2 guys really close for the title. Jeremy Martin and Marvin Musquin were separated by, I think, 3 points going into Ironman. Most years, at least one title's wrapped. 2016, both of them were wrapped up by Cooper Webb and Eli Tomac. Tomac went down to the finale in 17 and 18, but he had a nice cushion. He wrapped it up early last year. Adam Cianciarulo didn't have a wrap going into the finale, but it was a pretty big distance. It's rare that both classes are on the line, but it's kind of a foregone conclusion. We know that Ferrandis and Osborne have big points leads. What I like about Ferrandis, though, he's always honest. He admits still the pressure is there. I know you can't always understand what he's saying, but trust me, he is saying he is riding differently and feeling differently because of the pressure of this championship.
I don't know. I want to say yes, but honestly, at Thunder Valley, I kind of already felt the pressure of the championship. In the morning, I wasn't really feeling good. I was a little feel like same as Salt Lake City for the last Supercross run. You know, when you have so much on the line, when it's you're close to getting your dream championship, it's never easy. And I think at Pala, it's a track where mistakes are easy to make. And I don't know, we will see how I feel, but for sure the goal is always the same: get out front and win the moto. But I think if I just if I just manage to make a good day and clinch this championship, that's what only matters for me. And I will do everything for that. But yeah, my goal is to win the championship, not to win every moto.
Now, you might remember a year ago, Ferrandis was battling Adam Cianciarulo for the 250 championship, and Cianciarulo has followed the perfect Kawasaki roll all the way from the amateur ranks to the 250 champ to now the 450 division. See that? That's Jet Reynolds trying to do the same thing. And you're going to see this in a moment. That is Ryder DiFrancesco, who's trying to follow that same pattern as Cianciarulo. Now, Cianciarulo has made it look really good as of late, but do not forget that there were times in the 250 class where he was injury prone, and as he said, could barely even get top 10s in the 250 Nationals. It has come together for him. But it's been masked a little bit this year because all of a sudden, well, we're all masked, right? But also, he became a title contender almost unexpectedly. And he has had to remind himself that even though this championship is starting to slip away and Osborne appears to have it locked down, it has still been a very good rookie season for Adam Cianciarulo, and he has to keep that in mind because it is not a foregone conclusion that any great amateur or 250 rider will make that 450 transition.
Like when you come into the 450 class from the 250s, there's such an unknown there. Like you always hear everybody talk about, how gnarly it is, and you see how many past champions and winners are on the gate, and you're like, kind of somewhere in the back of your mind, you're like, I mean, can I do this? Like, I think I can, but you haven't proved it to yourself. And what I've proven to myself this year is that I can be one of the guys, if not the guy, for a long time. I truly believe that, and I think it's given me so much confidence in myself and just my future in the sport and everything. Because you guys got to remember, a few years ago, I was in the 250 class, getting, you know, lucky to go 10-12 on the weekend. And here I am, kind of crawled my way back to the top level of sport. And, you know, there's still so much work to be done for me. Like, there's a lot of room for improvement, but super encouraging year for me as far as, yeah, I guess my results and the speed I've shown.
So that's good perspective from Adam to realize that success in the 450 class, regardless how much talent you have, is not guaranteed. And we are now hearing so much buzz on, oh, dude, Ferrandis is coming. Ferrandis is the best rider in the world. Just wait until you get Ferrandis on a 450. But we heard that about Cooper Webb, we heard that about Cianciarulo, and we heard that about Aaron Plessinger. We've heard that about a lot of guys, and they've all had mixed results. There are no guarantees. But Ferrandis is trying to take every step he can. He says he comes to the track these days with his trainer, David Villemin, thinking about how they can improve now, because when they're really needed on the 450, they'll be a step ahead of the game. He hopes he's going to be good in a 450 next year, but even he has noticed that Cianciarulo, who he battled last year, has had his ups and downs.
Obviously, it's really exciting. I've been in 250 for a long time now, and I think I have to build my career, which I moved to the US. I have to build myself and yeah, show what I can do. And for sure now will be my last race next weekend, and after that I will move to 450. So really excited, and I really want to finish this 250 deal on a high note and clinch this championship and move from that. But I'm also a little bit scared. Of course, next year will be such a big move, and I know how's the competition, and it's gonna be really hard. But yeah, that's like what the guys say. Riding in Premier Class is the goal of every rider, and yeah, that was my goal too. And I will be there next year, and yeah, we see. I hope I can do great. But yeah, like we saw this year with Adam, it's the 450 field is really difficult, and every weekend crazy stuff happens. So we see, but yeah, really excited.
All right, so let's get into what you're really here for, the exciting stuff, the championship math. In the 250 class, Ferrandis needs a 5.6 or a 6.5, and it doesn't matter what Jeremy Martin does, even if Jeremy goes 1-1, the idea of Ferrandis finishing 5.6 or 6.5 is very remote. Obviously, for Martin, there's a better chance he'd win the title because Ferrandis has a major problem, and as I teased last week from Colorado, there's this weird French jinx of winning titles in this class, and I repeat again, these are different human beings than Dylan Ferrandis. It doesn't really apply. But if you really want to think about this weird stuff, Jean-Michel Bayle had a huge points lead in this crash, broke his arm, crashed out. Christophe Roussel had a huge points lead once, his bike blew up. The next year he broke his arm at this track. Marvin Musquin had that battle with Martin in 2015. His bike blew up in the first moto. Stefan Roncada had a big points lead over Travis Pastrana, who, yes, used to race motocross, and he twisted his knee, and then Pastrana went on a win streak. I don't know if that has anything to do with Ferrandis. If he doesn't win the title, we're going to bring it up. Full stop. Either way, Ferrandis is looking good as far as the math and the speed and everything like that, and he's got a ton of teammates who you know are going to get good starts and make it hard on Martin. In the 450 class, 24-point lead for Osborne. Musquin and Tomac are technically in it, but really it's Cianciarulo with the only realistic shot because they'd have to jump Cianciarulo and Osborne. So what's Cianciarulo's strategy this weekend?
You know, it's 24 points, so it'd be very far-fetched, you know, considering how well Zach has been riding and how consistent he's been. But I think it's important mentally to not, you know, to believe that I'm still in it. I really do. I know in this sport, trust me, I've obviously been on the other end of it. Anything can happen. So I just keep an open mind and, you know, go out there, try to go 1-1 and hope all hell breaks loose.
Okay, so that's our show. Cianciarulo and Martin trying to wrest the titles away from Osborne and Ferrandis. But most importantly, whoever wins it is going to feel like a real championship. 9 rounds, 18 motos, good enough. We did race at multiple tracks, and everyone's going to get their championship bonuses if they're champion. And I think in 2020, that's all anyone can look for. I want to thank 6D for bringing us these shows this year. They are committed to the relentless pursuit of better brain protection, and why wouldn't you be? And we'll see you at the races for the final time tomorrow from Fox Raceway at Pella.